Fun activities for B and D letter reversals. Activity 1. Ice cream stick and bangle. Take an ice cream stick and a small bangle and get the child to make the letter B. While making the letter, the child should keep repeating the statement, B, ice cream stick comes first. B, ice cream stick comes first. Again, get the child to make the letter D. While making the letter D, the child should say the statement, D, bangle comes first. D, bangle comes first. Activity 2, creative visualization. Get the child to draw the two figures B and D and say the name of the letter. For example, B has a belly, D wears a diaper. You could use any other kind of visualization which you think will make it easy for your child to remember the two letters. Activity 3, body letter association. Get the child to form the letters B and D with the fists of the left and right hand. Get the child to place the two fists on a table and then place cutouts of B and D on the two fists. This will help the child to relate the two letters with the two fists. B, left fist, D, right fist. Activity 4, body letter association. Get the child to form the letters B and D with the fingers of the left and right hand. Again, make the child place the hand on a table and then place cutouts of B and D on the fingers. Again, the child will be able to relate the two letters with the fingers. So, fingers of the left hand, B, fingers of the right hand, D. Activity 5, repeated tracing. Get the child to trace repeatedly on an A4 sheet of paper while saying the name and sound of the letter. Then, the child has to replicate the letter in the box on the right. Activity 6, focus and concentration. 1. Prepare a set of flashcards with individual shapes for the child. Let one of the flashcards be the letter B. 2. Prepare another set of flashcards with 3 shapes on A4 sheets of paper. 3. Show one set of shapes displayed on the A4 sheet of paper. The child has to use the individual flashcards to arrange the shapes in the same way. Focus and concentration for letter D. 1. Prepare a set of flashcards with individual shapes for the child. Let one of the flashcards be the letter D. 2. Prepare another set of flashcards with 3 shapes on A4 sheets of paper. 3. Show one set of shapes displayed on the A4 sheet of paper. The child has to use the individual flashcards to arrange the shapes in the same way. Now, prepare a set of flashcards with individual shapes for the child. Let 2 of the flashcards be the letters B and D. Prepare another set of flashcards with 3 shapes on A4 sheets of paper. Show one set of shapes displayed on the A4 sheet of paper. The child has to use the individual flashcards to arrange the shapes in the same way. Activity 7, identifying embossed letters. Prepare embossed letters B and D with grain or millets. Rice, ragi, tur dal, etc. Get the child to close the eyes, feel the letter and say the name or sound of the letter. These embossed letters are easy to make. Take a flashcard and draw the shape of the letter. Then outline the shape of the letter with Fevicol. Pour the grain on it. Tap off the extra grain and let it dry. Activity 8, identifying and circling specific letter. Prepare a few spelling or sight word cards. Get the child to circle or highlight all the B, or D, any one letter, not both of them. Activity 9, flip the coin. Stick B and D on two sides of a coin. Get the child to flip the coin, identify the letter, and put a tally mark in the tally sheet given on the right. Activity 10, reading strips. Prepare reading strip manipulatives. Get the child to repeatedly make B and D. Note that these reading strips have been made from waste paper, which has print on one side and is blank on the other side. Secondly, note that matchsticks have been attached to the end of the strips so that they do not come out of the cut slits when the child is moving the strips. Activity 11, Geo Boards. Get the child to make the letter B and D on a Geo board. On the extreme left, you will see a Geo board that is available in any shop or store that sells learning materials for preschool learners. But you can also make your own Geo board with an old CD. And then get the child to make the letters B and D on the Geo board. The child has to look at the shape, so make the child look at the letter B and then make the same letter on the Geo board. Make the child first observe the letter D and then make the same letter on a Geo board. Here are the steps that will enable you to make a Geo board with an old CD. First, take two old CDs and stick them on a styrofoam sheet. Cut out the extra styrofoam sheet, then stick the two CDs back to back. The two styrofoam sheets should be stuck together. Then draw lines on the CD and mark the places where the lines intersect. Take a barbecue or tandoor skewer and heat it and make holes in the places where the lines intersect. Then take a 1-inch screw and screw it into the hole. The screw should protrude about 1/3 of an inch. Do not screw it completely. Finally, your Geo board is ready. Attach a piece of colored twine or wool to one of the screws, and now your Geo board is ready. Thank you.